Welcome, I'm Fusha from Parley Couture Cakes and Treats, and in this video we're going to be making delicious blueberry cranberry Christmas hand pies. That's a mouthful, isn't it? I'll share my tips and tricks for how to make these visually stunning hand pies that your families will love this Christmas season. Do not hesitate to ask questions in the comment field below, and make sure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell if you enjoy this video. Let's get started. So we're going to start off by making a delicious butter pie crust. So add your flour and your salt to your processor and pulse until everything is well combined. You can also do this in a bowl if you do not have a processor, so do that if you must. Next, add very cold unsalted butter to the flour. It's very important that your butter is cold. Now pulse this until you have small pea-sized pieces of butter. That was too big, so I'm going to go back again and pulse the mixture onto the little pieces of butter are like pea sized. So it's about that size. You have different sizes within the flour. So there we go, that's another small size. Now add 6 to 7 tablespoons of very cold water. So here I'm adding 6 tablespoons, and then I'm going to pulse this again until the water is well incorporated into the flour salt mixture. Now what you want to do to test if it's ready is press the mixture within your fingers, and if it sticks together then it's ready. But here you can see it's still grainy, so I added 1 more tablespoon of water, and then I'm going to pulse this again just until it comes together. Now I'm going to test it one more time. See, there it looks much better. So the flour is sticking together. Now you want to pour that onto your surface, and it still looks grainy, but this is exactly what it's supposed to look like. So you just want to pull that together and then just form it together with your hands and scrape all of that together. Next, you want to divide this into 2 and then form 2 flat discs with this. Now wrap them in your cello wrap or your plastic wrap, and then chill them in the fridge for about 30 minutes to 1 hour. So that way the water will work itself into the flour and everything will come together very well. So put that in your fridge for about 30 minutes to an hour. So next we're going to work on our blueberry cranberry filling, and this is one of my favorite fillings because it's so versatile. So you want to add your blueberry, cranberries, sugar, cinnamon stick, cloves, your cornstarch, and then you want to add some orange zest in there as well to just freshen up the filling, and then add some orange juice. So as I said, this is a very versatile filling that can be used as a topping for your turkey. It can be used as a filling for your pies. It's really delicious and can be used in so many different ways, as I said before. So anyways, squeeze in all of that beautiful orange juice. It tastes much better if you use fresh oranges. You could probably maybe get away with bottled orange juice, but I would suggest you use fresh oranges and use your fresh zest. Mix that together until the cornstarch is no longer visible, and they want to warm that up gently until it starts to thicken. So just keep stirring it until the cranberries start to pop and the blueberries start to get soft. Right, you see it's getting nice and thick. Once that's done, pour that into a clean bowl and let it cool down completely before we use it. So next, bring the pie crust out of the fridge, and it's time to start rolling. So if you find that your pie crust is a little too hard, like mine is over here and it's cracking, you can leave it out for about 10-15 minutes so it's a little more malleable, it's easier to use, and then you can start to roll it. Alright, so flour your rolling pin and the pie crust, and then keep rolling it until it is nice and smooth. So here I'm folding it over just so I can get everything pulled together, so that the crust has to look nice and well put together. So here it looks a lot better. And then you want to cut out your Christmas trees using a cookie cutter. So press down firmly and then flour your cookie cutter so it doesn't get stuck in the pie crust. Once you're done, pull out all the extra crust, and then put all the Christmas tree cutouts onto a parchment lined cookie sheet. So in total I was able to get 14 Christmas trees. Now split them in half, 7 on each cookie sheet, and then for the first 7 on one side, roll them out thinly until they're a little stretched. And then, as you can see over here, you want to cut slits, gentle slits, onto the Christmas trees. So you can use a knife if you do not have a ribbon cutter like I do. Next, for the second half of 7s, brush on some egg wash onto the edges, onto the inside edges of the Christmas trees. So you want to do that for all of them. And then fill them with the blueberry cranberry sauce. So just put about a tablespoonful in the center so it's not too full. So place that gently in the center of the Christmas trees. Next, gently lift up the top of the trees and then place them down. So now you'll see why we had to stretch them out a little bit, so that way you can put them over the top of the sauce and not have to pull them physically. So next you want to crimp the edges of the Christmas trees using a fork. So the egg wash will help it stick, but crimping with a fork will make sure it's very well sealed. So do that for all of your Christmas trees. Next you want to brush the trees with the egg wash again. Just brush lightly. So this will help the Christmas trees brown beautifully as you bake them in the oven. Next, I'm sprinkling on some cinnamon sugar. This is completely optional. So bake in an oven that has been preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 to 30 minutes or until golden brown. So once they're fully baked, leave them out to cool, and then you can decorate them with some sprinkles as I'm doing as ornaments. So here I'm putting on a little bit of melted white chocolate and then sticking on some red and white sprinkles as ornaments. And that's all there is to it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Again, if you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You take care and enjoy the holidays. Bye.